Welcome to our next park build on the challenge. We're making a rare trip back to Sandbox. And the reason for that is patch notes for the last update say that there's now weather on B-iosyn Valley if you play in Sandbox. We verified previously that it does not work in challenge mode. Thus, this build, if we want to do it on B-iosyn Valley, can only be performed in Sandbox with any actual difficulty. So yeah, let's hop to it. The concept here is going to be a Site B style build where we try and run a park with just a singular building center, and the dinosaurs live in a ring outside the area we're building. And we're going to see if we can have a park that's actually set up with a bunch of different seemingly incompatible dinosaurs that that don't normally get along, but geographical distinct placement, maybe that'll actually make it work. Who knows? That's essentially the idea. And chat basically says that it's not going to work, and it's already fucked, so that's a good start. Awesome. We'll see what happens here. If there's no storm, I guess it just makes the park build go even quicker, and I'll be very sad and cross at Frontier for lying to me once more. Let's grab... Okay, so I want Gallimimus as a starting dinosaur. We have to research it. I re-rolled the research tree a few times to make sure we got one where Gallimimus was early. That's not ideal that we'd have to research it, but it's not too bad. So we got a decent welfare specialist and a decent logistics specialist already available. That's pretty good. Problem is no genetics. I think I'm willing to do the classic confirm, recruit, and what do we got? Nothing. Reroll? Yeah. Now this is unmodded with the exception of the improved dig site randomization, so we are actually going to be able to have more than one staff center here. Yeah, nothing really good. I see this guy. That's what I'm looking at. Do we have any genetics? Yeah, 2 points. Okay, let's grab the altruistic guy. And then get cracking on the galley research immediately. And yeah, this is a park build that might just crash and burn immediately. Resulting in horrible failure. So we'll see how many episodes we get out of this and if anything works. Alright, we've already completed our first Gallimimus expedition. It is 5 logistics to run this. Which I completed off screen. Also, without custom challenge mode settings, the genome should unlock here at 50%, so we can get some galleys out and at least offset the bleeding a little bit financially. Hydropower Hub's going to have bad upkeep, so that's the whole thing to keep an eye on. We still have $1 million left in the coffers here, so hopefully things go okay. The galleys will hopefully congregate towards the lake here. So if that is true, we just want to sneak in like a research outpost somewhere like over here, I guess. Let's start with one here and go from there, I guess. Just have to play it by ear on where they're going to need to be. Another fun reason to do this as a B-iosyn build is the research outposts. They work really well for a Site B style park because they're just little things out in the middle of nowhere that get your visibility up. And I think it's absolutely vital for the style of park build that we have visibility without using tours, because tours will panic dinosaurs and cause them to move around a lot more. Basically, we're going to see if, we have a herd here and say a herd over here by this other lake or this lake or something. Are they going to cross paths? Or will they actually stay where their territory is decent? Will the AI changes in the last update actually make any difference to anything? My gut instinct, honestly, is they will not. I am not expecting much. It'd be great if they did. I'm just unconvinced. All right, we'll just do random favorites here. Honestly, these ones have an incomplete genome anyway, so let's just hatch them. I have pre-selected some random favorites to use, just based off film and show variants of the dinosaurs, with a little bit of further variance. Break even. Amenity coverage is probably better than break even here because we might have some struggle making this. But we have to make break even or we'll fail, so we just take break even because it's more money. Even if it takes more than a month, it's still the right call. All right, yeah, let's just probably take all of you. 420k welfare specialist.
However, it's that second business part that's really at our core. Talk about the real survival of the fittest, hmm?
I guess there's an argument about the second expedition was maybe not something we needed to send out. Well, the carnivores will fight. That's an inherent expectation of a Site B mode, is that your carnivores will eat your herbivores. And that's going to be part of playing around with things as well. The long-term goal is to use the automated hatcheries, another feature missing from challenge mode. Another reason we have to do this in Sandbox, amongst many. Did this finish the galley? Yes. So we're going to work first on getting out a lot of herbivores. Getting herbivore populations out in general, enough for the park to be successful, and getting probably a few different areas with herds and seeing if they're stable. And then after we do that, we'll introduce carnivores, which will probably start to force the herbivore populations together because of panic. And we'll see if the whole thing comes falling apart. I suspect I will not be surprised if it falls apart before we even introduce the carnivores. And furthermore, once the carnivores are in, I expect even less of this. Alright, nice initial wave of galleys. Somehow missing forest. That's just because their territory is tiny and the game has not really, like, you know, caught up to reality. Not surprising. Alright, I want you to stay, like, over here. So we'll just do a nice little patch of food around the tower. How about that? And we'll see how this works out. Contracts. Yeah, so things are starting a little bit. And squeeze the shelter in over there. It's probably actually a good spot for it. It's about the right size. I think that'll fit an amenity, so I don't really want to squeeze the bathroom in there. Here's probably a good spot for a bathroom, or here. Let's do here. And I guess we can do a test amenity just to see where numbers are at. Okay, profitable. 25, 30. Okay, great. Let's get a full set. We are on Jurassic settings, essentially. So we do have to, you know, pay some attention to what we're doing here. It's not a walk in the park. But yeah, this shouldn't be too sweaty of a park build. Unless it, you know, fails completely, in which case then it'll be pretty sweaty. But we'll see. Alright, so far, not promising with what the galleys are doing. These ones are kind of going the right way. Okay, minus 19. Still not breaking even. Let's get another wave of galleys, I guess. Let's wait for the thing here to finish. 47? We might actually be good. Yeah, it's still taking over.
Put your
Cool.
organization skills to excellent use.
So we're
doing
good.
that job.
Great.
Reminds me of my ex.
Alright, well, that'll be it for Jurassic World Evolution 2. We've done it. We beat the game. We broke even. Alright, let's do another wave of galleys, though, right away. More galleys is more money. Alright, a nice mediocre set of large appetite and skittish gallimimuses. Add them to the herd! Oh, we probably need to do staff center research here, too. You. Release the hounds! Alright, their territory is good. So yeah, the only remaining question is just going to be, how well are they going to do? Why are you over there? What are you doing over there? Alright, storms work. So that's -1 point to cryo. That's great. Storms work and they're kicking in before 1 star. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much of a storm, huh? Okay, there it is. There's it coming in. How are you right? It's literally happening on screen in front of you. What are you talking about? The only question is, what does this storm type do? Agitated storm. Okay, it's a damaging storm. We lost the tower. Yeah, we also should probably go ahead and get set up with a ranger post here. Pick one there. That one there. Okay. Well, maybe I misread what you typed. I don't know. You said not true. I said there's storms. You liar. You said there were no storms. I will ban you. I will ban you for gaslighting me into believing I was wrong, possibly. I should have never doubted. I should always know if there's ever any question, it is you who is wrong. Alright. Get you in there. Friendly visit or staff center. Okay. Yeah, you're still on your way there. Storm is ending. Alright. Looks like the Gallimimus came back, so that's good. Maybe, I mean, that could also be explained literally by the territory not being quite good enough, I guess. You could maybe argue that. That outpost being repaired is like really cut the park off at the knees, though. Because that's literally our only visibility thing. In fact, there's probably a strong argument for the sake of stability to have 2 of these running together. Even if they overlap, just to get a little bit of backup visibility so we don't get completely screwed by a storm like this in the future. Alright, we'll rest you. I mean, this one's now going off on a dumb adventure somewhere, but We'll see if he returns. Where are you going? What do you think you're doing, friend? Where you guys think you're going? Yeah, it's not off to a great start. Because if these guys were venturing into an incompatible territory, we'd have a big problem. And that's already like a large area they're roaming. We'll see. We'll play it out. Just saying, don't get your hopes up on this one being a 5-star park ever.
Sending you the details now.
Prove profits, new research, or training. We could maybe push training. It's premature. A bit. Let's check it. 2 points of genetics. That's pretty bad, actually. Cheaper research, though, is pretty good. Nice, cheaper research person. Let's grab you. And then we'll actually do the staff upgrades early here. Taking advantage of cheaper research a little bit. And we'll get our genetics point that way. Questionable how much that's worth it, but I think it's not a bad scientist to pick up. We should also try and do another expedition for something here. So what do we got that's available? Compies? No. Berry? No. Ornithomimus? No. Dinocar. All the ornithomimids. Munchie and Gigant, Minmi, Stiggy. Stiggy's a good one to do. Stiggy makes sense. Yeah, sure. We got a nice cheap one. Go do it by yourself. That's fine. Alright, tuberculosis is our first disease outbreak. Dispatch, cheaper research, and I guess Altru on it?
And having nerves of steel. They're the keys to working with the
Yeah, because then when this person comes back with fossils, we could send out the logistics.
That's why I knew you'd be able to handle
Seems
that
fine.
last objective. And you did.
Alright, we got a hotel in. Accommodation rating 100%. Puts our amenities actually at the max. 85% on demand. Restroom and shelter. Both of those are not capped. And it looks like the amount of green we have is what we need. So, I want a bathroom on this side of things. I guess literally we'll just slap it down wherever for now. And then another shelter. Over here. Rude. Probably... I don't know if that actually would fit there. That's a really tight. It might. We'll just slap it over here. It should be fine. Should be able to make the demand meet in the middle. Yeah, 100%. Okay. It works. Not necessarily optimal, but it's good enough for now. More tuberculosis. Gallimimuses are going everywhere. To be fair, galleys are fast. So maybe, you know, Thyreophorans and Ceratopsians and stuff, even the hadrosaurs, maybe they'll leash back to the center part of the territory quicker. Although it's not looking promising. Let's go get more Stiggy rather than extract that mediocre amount there. How many other digs? Okay, let's do this one. Okay, the mobile vet is on the treatment case. And I'm not going to give these galleys food anywhere else because I specifically need them coming back here. They need to return to their territory. And I really don't trust them to do anything sane if I give them food in more than one area. This is the only situation I'm willing to even believe they'll be able to maintain their grouping. Oh my god, he's all the way on the wrong side. Terrible. Just terrible. Alright. Not a bad haul for that cheap dig site. Profitable. A good amount of Stiggy coming in as well. So, the logistics specialist going on break. We're going to have to wait for them to do anything else. We could preemptively do a disease research to get rid of it, I guess. 100 or save 30. Yeah, I mean, let's just do it, I guess. We're actually at $1 million. Ticket price is probably high here, judging by the amount of cash we have. Galleys are still doing galley things, being a bunch of weird little shits. Photograph tickets. Yeah, let's just photograph. What do we got? Drinking. Cool. Alright, more Stiggy Moloch. Contract for the photo was finished, and we're resting the welfare specialist. In the meantime, we can go do another dig, right? Because our logistics person's back. Just needs any friend to go do it with him, so she'll do the job. There they are. Alright. Opalized fossils. Good return on the investment. Do we have a complete genome here? Should be. Actually, it looks like that was 99, so yes. So 2 extractions will get you done, and then you'll be tired and you want to go on a breakcation. And we'll have to do that before we can do anything else with you, but that's fine. We can go do Bracky, get a Bracky out in this park right away. Might not be too bad. What happens? Here's the other thing. Invisible fences can't be attacked. Right? So what happens if you have 2 species that are hostile to each other that don't fight? Right? Like sauropods. Does it matter? Is there any downside whatsoever in that situation? I have no idea. We could do some more skins too, which might not be bad. All right. Improve average dinosaur welfare. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that contract. This is partially the disease that we're currently dealing with, quarantining, and possibly one galley still being sedated and airlifted. Let's take it. It should be free. Rest of the fossils on you. In the meantime, right, we don't have any other genetics, so we can't do anything with that. And who's dying? You're dying. Well, why are you over here?
In case you're wondering if I'll be keeping an eye on you as you deal with this new objective, that would be an affirmative.
Food. I mean, if food's in your territory, go find it.
The less likely we'll have behavioral issues like breakouts.
Okay, it looks like we dealt with the disease research, right? Yes. Oh god, don't delete the tunnel. Alright.
Content dinosaurs are the kind we can manage.
I'm curious if this galley's going to do anything. Yeah, I don't think he knows where his food is. Which renders the whole notion of their territory staying constrained completely moot. He's not actively looking for food at all. In fact, most of the galleys are just completely out of range of anything relevant to them. So that's fine. So it's already failing, which is just terrific. Let's try and at least get another tower in here to try and get visibility up, I guess.
Successfully executing a mission relies on preparation. The same holds true for securing the dinosaurs. Based on the last
Yeah,
objective,
so it
I'd
looks to
say
me like
you've
it's
got a
essentially
certain skill set.
some random walk bullshit with maybe some algorithm for detection of food within a radius, and beyond that, there's just nothing to territories. Despite the patch notes talking about changes, I don't see any functional difference here with anything we've seen before. This already looks bad. It already looks like this park is going to be a complete failure. We could try and make sure we remove appetite penalties in the future, I guess, to try and at least give them better chances of surviving long enough to wander back to their territory. But that's a bit of a... It's a bit shit. At least the contract seems to have finished. Fuck. I guess we'll just go ahead and slap down some more towers. It just died. Classic. Starved to death. Classic bullshit. I suspect they're all gonna starve to death once they're that far out. The only thing I could try to do is put like the tiniest bit of food, like breadcrumbs, to lead them back. Why is my ranger team not even status checking? Can I at least see the behavior information here to see what they're fucking doing? Beyond dying? Yeah, so I'm gonna specifically take control of the ranger team here to fix this shit. Well, they're here. So at least there's that. God, the vehicle controls are just so fucking bad. There's no excuse for controlling like it's on a fucking ice skates during a storm. Alright, there's your breadcrumbs. That's all I'm giving you. That's it. Get back to base, idiots. Alright, Stiggies. Yeah, just roaming. Looking for food, flashes on screen. Nothing in his search radius or whatever, so he just fucking dies. Yeah, so these ones here are all eating. Probably. That's a pathetically small search radius. Like, seriously. What are you talking about? Whatever. Go treat that. You can go fucking dart his ass. You can seemingly navigate the woods, which it looks like you're not going to be able to do. For shit. Alright, Stiggy Eggs. 3. Probably not enough to do anything good. Yeah, they actually managed to dart him. Hilarious. Somehow that one's the alpha? He's the dumbest of them all. How is he possibly the alpha? Yeah, go run that way. Brilliant plan, my dude. Alright. So that's the one that doesn't lead to anything else. Yeah, nowhere near pushing 9 genetics to unlock further things, so yeah, it's just that. Which didn't really give us anything new there for random favorites, so oh well. Let's get a second batch out at least right away. They are ground leaf forests, so they're perfectly at home here as well. May you have better luck than our idiot Gallimimus pack, which is comically pathetic. They're just dying. Alright, well, I think we'll well, let's check the batch of eggs and then wrap this one up here. We're gonna do shorter episodes for this series, at least initially. That way, I don't invest so much time before the whole thing crashes and burns, maybe, yeah? Tolerant alpha. Awful. Who cares? It's fine. Get him.